stomp to the back there of Lexis King and a drop kick from Sean Legacy. I guess you could stay up there.
Hey, guys. We got another week of WWE Evolve. This is week 11. We got some stuff we're going to discuss here because things are heating up on Evolve on Wednesday nights. Let's tune in more at the red carpet ring.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, guys. We're here at the red carpet ring. We'll talk about WWE Evolve 2025 Week 11 recap. We are going to review over Evolve that's on Wednesday nights on Tubi. Get the likes up as we come into the red carpet ring. Let's go over the results of Evolve before I get into it more. Tag team match, Coffey brothers, Gallus defeated Keanu, Carver, and Harlem Lewis. Callie Armstrong defeated Masyn Holiday. Javier Bernal defeated It's Gall. And then also Lexis King defeated Super Sean Legacy. So those are the results of Evolve for this week. We'll go over all the matches that are advertised and go over the whole show, the review. All right, the tag team match, Keanu, Carver, and Harlem Lewis versus Gallus. They opened up Evolve with a tag team match. Then after that, we also had as advertised, Shuey Martinez will do a special sit-down interview, which are returning or someone coming to Evolve, which I'll get into later. Then also that was advertised for Evolve for this week. We had a one-on-one match, steam from last week, Javier Bernal versus It's Gall. Then also in the main event, we also have Lexis King from NXT. He will go one-on-one against Super Sean Legacy. That will close out Evolve. But with that, we're going to get into the show, and we'll go over every match and all the stuff that mainly happened. Now, for the beginning of the show, we have Harlem Lewis. He came out first. He had his entrance. You know he's not happy to tag team with Keanu again. Then later on, shortly after he came out, Keanu Carver came out, who's also not happy to be tag team with Harlem Lewis for a second time, because we know these guys can't wait till they fight each other. Now, we had these guys come out, however, they was staring at each other eye to eye, face to face at one point, but they kept their cool for as long as they could. Now, I'm not going to lie, these two here, they could be a very dominating tag team. I hope they team them up together once they finish their match and their rivalry. But anyway, they went against Gallus. Now, they looked good. Gallus held their own like they always do, being the veterans that they are. They did what they had to do. Keanu Carver and Harlem still cannot coexist for anything. But other than that, we saw Keanu Carver. He goes in with a thump. He bounces opponents all over the ring like he normally does. So it was some good momentum there. However, the turning point of the match is when Keanu Carver was attacked behind by his tag team partner, Harlem Lewis. After Harlem Lewis attacked Keanu Carver, he left him in the ring by himself. He got out of there. He left Keanu Carver to Gallus all by himself. And it did not end well for him because he got that work and Gallus got the pinfall over Keanu Carver and Harlem Lewis. I knew Keanu Carver was definitely hot about this, but at the end of the day, they won the match. They stood tall over Keanu Carver. Keanu Carver, he is definitely can't wait to get his hands on Harlem Lewis. And other than that, a win for Gallus in the book. It's crazy to say this, that these guys are released. So I'm guessing on Evolve, these episodes tape must be weeks and weeks in advance. But let's move on to the rest of the show, shall we? Backstage, we had Super Sean Legacy asking Timothy Thatcher to be in his corner. And after asking Timothy, he seemed hesitant at first, but he agreed. So he'll be in his corner tonight when he faces against Lexis King in the main event. Now, we had the super sit-down interview, Shuey Martinez. Now, we was trying to figure out who. I thought he was going to interview one of the competitors for the men's or women's Evolve Championship. That's what he normally does his interviews with. But it was neither one of those situations. He was interviewing a man that's been here. His name is Edris Inufi. I remember him. He was on NXT Level Up, and he was also on NXT at times. It was a tag team. He was in a tag team, and they was also aligned with Brinley Reese. Now, I remember this tag team. Now, as you see, his hair got long. He grew his hair out. He has braids now. He's the guy in the far right with the glasses and the blonde hair. I don't know what happened to the other guy. I think the other guy got released because he's not on Evolve. I think he got released. Meanwhile, he's going to be on a solo run. He's not going to be in the tag team no more. But we'll see what happens next with him. So good luck to that man. Meanwhile, we had Kelly Armstrong. She came out. She ready for her matchup against Masyn Holiday. So Kelly Armstrong still got that momentum going in. I know she can't wait to get ready for that championship match for the inaugural Women's Evolve Championship. And afterwards, we had Masyn Holiday. She came out to the ring. I haven't seen her in weeks, actually. I think this may be her second time having a match, maybe third. But she hasn't wrestled that much. But let's get on to the match. Now, we had Kelly Armstrong and Masyn. They locked up. They both had some good advantage over each other. Some good offense. Most of the offense, honestly, came from Kelly Armstrong. Kelly Armstrong still got the momentum. She's been winning the majority. I think she's still undefeated, if I'm not mistaken. She definitely was getting into Masyn Holiday. Masyn Holiday was not prepared for Kelly Armstrong, and we saw that in this match. Masyn Holiday is not used to seeing someone that sized up just as big as her, if not bigger, because we saw Kelly Armstrong getting a stronghold over Masyn. So it definitely looked good there. But other than that, though, it was pretty much a power over. Kelly powered over her. And then she got her with the Kelly Connection, which is a shoulder tackle. That's her finisher. And once I knew Kelly Armstrong locked in the Kelly Connection, I knew it pretty much was a wrap. And once she got her, it was game over. It was 1, 2, and 3. That was pinfall. So Kelly Armstrong looking strong. Masyn Holiday took an L. I don't know next time we're going to see Masyn Holiday on Evolve because she don't be on there that much, like I said before. But, you know, Kelly Armstrong, she came to cut a promo. She had her hand raised. Of course, she's confident. She got everything going well for her. And probably, I would say, the odds-on favorite to win the Women's Evolve Championship. But other than that, she came out. She cut the promo, like I said. She talked about how she's the top of the division. She said she's not going to lie. There are some great competitors backstage in the women's locker room, but nobody measures up to Kelly Armstrong. In the end of sum of what she said. And meanwhile, we had other women come out. We had Zeta Steele come out. We had Kylie Ray come out. We had and Chantel Moreau came out. They all came out. We know this is not going to end too well. All these women are going to end up putting hands on each other. And that's exactly what happened. They all put hands on each other. But it was Kelly Armstrong that was having a full offense and advantage over all the women. She threw them all out the ring. But from behind, when Kelly thought it was her, the last woman standing, we see Kendall Gray attack Kelly Armstrong. She got her from behind. You know, this is from last week when Kendall Gray was taken out by Kelly Armstrong with her legs taken out. You know, Kelly, she lost her match against the Keanu Lyons because of Kelly last week. But great match. But anyway, we had Keanu Carver. He's hot about losing. You know, tag team match being betrayed by Harlem Lewis. He wants to match next week. And Stevie gave it to him, and he said, you know, he could rock with that. That was the end of that segment. Can't wait to see that match for next week. We had Isgal. He came out. You know, he's a cocky dude, running his mouth. But he had a one-on-one matchup against Javier Bernal, another guy that's released from the company. But anywho, this was his new character. Not too much hype going to this match. You know, these guys met up last week backstage, and they decided to have a match after the guy was running his mouth towards Javier. But like I said, both men had offense over each other. It looked like, I know at one point, Isgal had a few near falls over Javier, but Javier kept kicking out. Because let's be honest, Javier Bernal, has not won a match yet on Evolve. He needs a win in the book. Every match he had, he's been losing. He lost a few times. I think it's his third match on Evolve. But you know what? That worked out well for Javier because Javier ended up getting the pinfall over Isgal, and he got the pinfall 1, 2, 3. And Isgal loses his match against Javier. So Javier, congratulations to him for winning the match. But not too much to talk about that match there, not honestly. Now, backstage, we had Kylie Ray. She talked to Chuy Martinez about the women's championship match coming up. That's what she was saying earlier before all the women start attacking each other. She wants in on that match, and she'll do whatever it takes to get involved in the women's championship match. But other than that, then we had Troy Yearwood. He's from the show Legend Future Great. He has been granted a contract. He will be a member of the Evolve roster. And Stevie welcomed him. Meanwhile, Isgal, even though he lost, he's still being cocky, running his mouth. So it seemed like these two are going to have a match maybe next week. Maybe this is Troy Yearwood's first match against Isgal. But we'll see what happens later on. Meanwhile, we got the main event. We got Super Sean Legacy. He's coming out being accompanied by Timothy Thatcher, who agreed to be in his corner earlier in the night. So this is a good momentum because Timothy Thatcher knows that, the Vanity Project's going to have some up their sleeve. They got a partnership with Lexis King, and that's what he's telling Timothy Thatcher. So Lexis King comes out. He's looking good, He's saying that he is the gatekeeper of NXT. But, we knew these two were going to, it was anticipated. Very, very good match, I would say, for this main event. These two men definitely did their thing. Lexis did his thing on his end, and Sean did his thing on his end. And we saw both men get grappled up, have good moments here. It seemed like either match could have went either way. Either you thought Sean was winning or Lexis was winning. Because some points I thought Sean had the match in the bag, but it was some near falls. But Lexis coming back, he got more experience on his belt. He came back, had some advantage over Sean at some points in the match. He had a couple near falls as well. But, it was good. It was very, very technical. Super Sean Legacy, he's one of the premier talents on Evolve, I will have to say. I like Keanu, Carver. I like a few others. He's one of the top favorites. He might be, who knows, might be the future WWE Men's Evolve champion. Who knows? But the game changed in the match when the Vanity Project attacked Timothy Thatcher. This is the turning point here. This was not looking good. Sean did his best to help Timothy. He came out, do a dive on all men, and that allowed Lexis King to get the advantage. He hit the Coronation, and he was able to gain a pinfall victory. 1, 2, 3 over Super Sean Legacy. So Super Sean Legacy loses. Unfortunately for him, that's not good, but Lexis King is the king. This is a good win for Lexis King, This is second week on Evolve. I don't know if he's making a couple more appearances on Evolve. I'm not sure about that, how they're going to do that. But Lexis King, this makes him look good, and it don't make Sean look bad. So this is a good part. Meanwhile, before the show ended, before it closed out, the last thing we saw Brentley Reese being attacked backstage. We don't know who it was. Kind of like I call Evolve mini NXT. Now, my review of the show was good. I give this show a 4 out of 5. This show is getting better and better each week. Like I said, it has the same intensity and the same stories just like NXT do. I call it mini NXT or NXT Junior. But that's all I have regarding Evolve. You guys let me know what you think of the show. If you watch it, check it on Wednesday on Tubi. But that's all I have for WWE Evolve 2025 Week 11 recap. We are talking about Evolve for the review. I can't wait till these championship matches go into effect. Check out the content here at Red Carpet Ring, guys. Until then, guys, you already know what it is at this point. It's OUT.